Welcome everybody to the Ways of the Force. I am Jake Tha Wookiee, and this is a show all about Star Wars.
Changing it up.
Alongside me today, we have Kyle, No Daddy Issues Ren, Logi-Wan Kenobi, and BB-Brittany. So there's actually quite a bit of news circulating this week. Nothing about Rogue One, but Episode 8. All right, we'll take it. So, starting off, probably the biggest news story at the Oscars, Daisey Ridley was being interviewed by MTV randomly, and they had her saying, and I quote, "Me and Mark have been rehearsing a lot, and it's really amazing. When we went back to Skellig to do the opening of Episode 8, it was so crazy doing the same scene with a different crew of people. He's amazing to rehearse with, and I'm very excited to be doing the rest of the stuff." So this basically confirms that they went back, shot the same exact scene as the Force Awakens ending.
But how do you know... Sorry. How do you know it's gonna, start right there?
She said the opening of it, so you'd have to assume. I don't know.
But couldn't opening still be like, I don't know, the kind of beginning-ish area?
How it's kind of beginning-ish doesn't really roll off the tongue, so...
Kind of beginning-ish.
How else would you fit it in, though, if it wasn't right at the beginning?
They might, I don't know, start somewhere else and then flash back really quick.
It's true.
It might just even be like a 2-minute scene and then they start there.
Or she might be completely messing with you.
She could be. She could be tricking everybody.
Or they could have shot it and then in the end they'll decide they don't want to start the movie that way.
Yeah, there's plenty of time.
Yeah. Still have like a year and...
Because
a year and a half.
You're in like 3/4 basically.
Yeah. My question is if that's the way you're going to start your movie, why wait a month or two from when you last shot it and allow your characters' faces to...
Why even reshoot it?
Yeah, why? Why not? I mean, you're a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and the same moment is going to look different in two different movies? I mean, because we all saw the footage from the teaser. Mark Hamill looks different.
Yeah, his beard's a little different. The lighting's different.
If it's the same moment, that's just gonna it's always gonna because you're gonna watch them someday. You're gonna watch them straight, and that's gonna be so weird. You're watching the exact same moment, but it looks different.
Yeah, it's kind of
characters look different.
Kind of like Rocky, though. They shot those movies basically to continue, and it leads straight off the last movie, which is weird.
Rocky.
It's not Star Wars. So,
man,
what do you think?
I don't know if I'm more upset just knowing how it's going to start or that it is starting that way, because I don't know what the scroll is going to be. I'm going to miss that.
I think I heard something that I tend to agree with is that they travel in light speed to go to where Luke is. Time can pass. I mean, it's not going to be a lot of time, but it can be some time. And he's on this remote island somewhere. So maybe like a week, maybe 2 weeks could have passed. I think, you can get like a paragraph saying, this is what the First Order's doing. Like, Snoke and Kylo Ren resort back to this place and prepare for this thing. And the New Republic, da-da-da-da-da, and the rebellion. The Resistance. The Resistance is doing this thing. And I think it'll be like, and while they wait for the appearance of Luke, ... Boom. So I think there are things they could say. Not necessarily like this has happened since the last time but like this is the setting of what has happened last time. These are the repercussions. These are the plans.
Do you think they'll show her going up all the stairs?
I sure as hell hope not.
Like, what if they just pretty much just redo the movie starts with the Millennium Falcon going to the planet, and they just completely redo the whole scene?
I honestly like what the teaser did. Like, I like that, like, coming in on the island and then right there where they are. And then let's hear some words.
Yeah.
That's my biggest question is, what are they going to say that's not going to be cheesy or weird? I keep going over it in my mind. I can't come up with anything that
Right, you can put it down now. take a bet. Who's going to be the first one to talk?
That's a good
You
question.
can check back in a year and 3/4. My
What do you-
vote's
what do
on
you
Luke.
Ray.
I'm voting Luke.
I would say Ray.
I'm saying Ray.
All right,
You're
you
the
guys
lone-
are on.
Yeah. All right. What are we betting?
Is Ray saying a statement or a question?
She might like stumble on her
Statement.
words a little bit. Like,
A little.
are you Luke Skywalker? Maybe throw in a stutter.
I don't think she would offer a lightsaber to a random person.
Yeah.
She was fairly
She must have
certain.
known, right?
Yeah, this crazy dude just hanging out on this cliff.
Is she gonna ask? I mean, I would ask like,
That's why I think
Where
it's got to
have
be
you been?
Luke. You know.
what would he say though? Is he gonna say a question or like
Well,
you
that's
found
why
me?
I think like he's gonna know who she is. And
I've
he's
been waiting-
gonna
I've been waiting for
divulge
you.
Something.
He'll
yes.
just be like Ray. He'll know her name or
Sup?
something.
Because
What's up?
as I've thought about it more, do you think Luke was through the Force or whatever trying to reach out to her? Because remember that scene where Kylo Ren's probing her mind and he says he sees the island? Is that the Force trying to lead her to Luke, or is that Luke trying to lead her to him?
Or is it somewhere she's already been
So he-
somehow?
I mean, he might know that she's coming, and that
I think he does,
I
in
think
one
he
way
would
or
have to.
another.
And then it brings the whole. I mean, when are they going to reveal who she is? I mean, I'm trying so hard not to like focus on it because it shouldn't be
Yeah.
that big of a thing. Like,
They
why
would- they
why
would-
does Star Wars always have to be about family relationships and like who are you? And there's bigger questions here, right? But
They would have to do it in this movie. They
I
made
think
us wait
if
for
they-
the
if
third
they make
one.
us wait,
People
I
would be
think we
mad.
we would see rebellions, literally resistance, people
Resistance
rising
this time.
to fight. Was Daisy Ridley supposed to say this? That's my
I
other,
don't
that's my
know.
other question. Is she
Maybe
gonna get,
she had a few drinks in her at the Oscars
Are
and
we
she
gonna-
let it slip.
Are we gonna get like an announcement next week? Daisy Ridley is no longer Ray.
They might have like told her like maybe you can let this out
That's what
as
I
a
was thinking.
tease.
I think Ryan Johnson. He's different than J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, not quite as much secrets, but
Although he has, I mean, maybe not him directly, but he's hired drones to take things out. So
yeah. Because then Daisy Ridley also on the red carpet, she was also saying when she filmed the first scene with Luke, she was like really sick at the time, like going to this island. So filming that scene was actually like a miserable experience for her.
Oh,
So
wow.
maybe that's why they didn't do more.
That would make sense. It's still unforgivable, but
Yeah. What do you think, Brittany? Any thoughts on it?
No.
It is what it is.
No.
All right. And speaking of episode 8, there's been a few rumored titles going around. And according to theforce.net, there's 2 possible titles. There's been like a leaked image of one of them, just basically posted on a bulletin board. Anyone could have printed it off, honestly, but the rumored titles are Tales of the Jedi Temple, and the other one is The Order of the Darkside. Do you guys think that either of these could possibly be a title? Do you like them?
I
Or
hope not. I hate them both.
yeah, they're pretty
Tales-
bad.
they suck.
Tales of the Jedi Temple reminds me of that Nickelodeon show back from the 90s.
Tomb of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what-
The Impossible
Where the,
Game Show.
Which they're bringing back.
Are
they?
Unrelated
The
news.
green iguanas or whatever, the purple parrots.
But I don't think it's actually a game show now. I think it's actually but anyway, it
a
has nothing
drinking
to do with
drinking
this.
game.
And I guess to me, the Order of the Dark Side is closer to what it. I mean, if we're following it's going to be the darker movie.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back kind of thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't click for me.
Mm-mm.
Tales of the Jedi Temple just sounds like a cheesy kid show.
Yeah, and it's a little more of a mouthful, I think.
Tales.
You could
I
just
don't know,
maybe
I
do
don't think-
Tales of the Jedi or something to
I
shorten
don't even.
it.
I don't think the
know.
word "tail" belongs in a Star Wars title.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Order of the Dark Side a little bit better.
I think the word "dark" should be in it.
I don't think Order is. I don't know
Nah.
why. It doesn't fit for me.
I don't know. It's kind of part of the First Order, I guess.
That's
I
why
don't
it
know.
doesn't fit for me. Seems like it's forced.
Yeah.
Get it forced. Okay.
What do you
Rise
think,
of the Planet of the Darkness.
you like either of
I
those?
like the Jedi Temple part,
Yeah.
but
The
Yeah,
mystery of the Jedi Temple, or you
I
need something to play off of
the
it.
movie. See,
Something about
feel
the
like it's
Knights
gonna
of
be like-
Ren.
half and half, like Rey, and like Sith.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would think
I
that
don't know.
this one would be similar to Empire Strikes Back in that the First Order is going to get a victory here.
Yeah.
So I would think the title would revolve around that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to think so.
And then also you have maybe both Rey and Kylo training, and more. It could be a more Force-heavy movie in kind of that lore, so it might be more along the lines of that. But
Yeah,
They can't use the Force again, though, can they?
no,
They just had
because
the Force Awakens.
actually, like all the titles of Star Wars, they never repeat any of the same words except for the or like
You've
of.
already
I
got
think.
like Revenge, Return, Rise. It's like, I don't know.
we don't have a rise. I think we have a rise.
No,
or
well, I
something.
guess
Yeah.
the alleged.
It was going to be Rise of the Empire.
Or-
Episode
okay, never mind.
3, I think, was going to be Rise of the Empire at one time, but then they
That's a
changed
cool
it.
sounding title.
I
So,
still think
Rise-
Revenge of the Sith is
Rise
also
of the
a good
Darkness or something.
Rise of the
I
Darkness.
don't know.
yeah, Rise of the First Order or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Rise of the Dark Side.
one. Then it's, never mind. I'm not gonna
Sorry
go
to
there.
repeat.
Well, I was gonna say it sounds like something else is getting a rise.
I think
You want to see my dark side?
That kind of sounds like the porno offshoot version.
Oh, gosh.
I think, especially if the movie does start at that moment, we're gonna see, or we should see, a lot of training, right? Training of Rey, training of Kylo, and I think since Luke and Rey are at a Jedi Temple, and I would imagine Snoke and Kylo Ren are going somewhere.
Well,
It'd be
didn't
sweet if they
Snoke
went
say,
to,
"Bring
like-
him to me." To
Yeah.
finish his
So
training?
wherever
where
he's
the-
at, I don't
I think
know.
it would be cool. I mean, if Snoke's been around this whole time, I think it'd be cool if he was just on some old Sith planet, just getting evil, learning cool stuff. And so I think, like,
evil.
just getting
Keeping
all-
it real, getting
all
evil.
I think it'd be cool if this was like maybe an origin of the Force or something like. So you got really heavy into the lore of the Jedi, the lore of maybe not even the Sith, because I don't know if I think that Snoke is a Sith. I think he's something different. I think he doesn't like hold to any of the Sith rules, but he is definitely dark, and maybe even deeper dark than the Sith, because he's just been chilling for. So whatever they would call themselves, and so like the origins of the dark side and the light, and I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
The origins.
But that's about it for episode 8 news. They've pretty much been filming in Dubrovnik, so they have some set stuff, but it all is background
Well,
stuff.
Daisy Ridley said they're doing rehearsals.
Yeah, so they're more getting ready for the main part of the shoot. It's just kind of the early shootings going on. But The Force Awakens, it's finally been released when that's coming out in Blu Ray. It comes out in about exactly a month, April 5th. And it's going to be... Every store is basically going to have an exclusive cover. So you're really going to have to decide on what version you want. I think Walmart, the cover is going to be BB-8. It's like a BB-8 exclusive. Target has just like, kind of looks
All
like
of them,
basically all the characters, but then it's going to have a bonus
20 minutes.
20-minute special feature thing that's not on any other version. Best Buy has special like steelbook covers with like Kylo Ren and stuff.
Did they have like a trading disc? One of them had maybe that was Walmart. I think that was Walmart.
Yeah,
Trading
Like,
disc?
I don't know. What
kind of like a
it's for.
trading card thing. I don't
You
know.
trade them with your friends?
That's what the cool kids do these days.
Yeah. And they also released all the special features that are going to be, which was actually all the rumored ones we kind of talked about, and released all the deleted scenes, one of which they showed in the trailer that they released with Kylo Ren going aboard the Millennium Falcon. So what version of the Blu-ray do you guys think you'll pick up? Because now I think the digital is only coming out like 5 days before the Blu-ray.
Yeah, like
they made it sound like it
days.
was coming out a month before or something crazy, but
Well, I also saw that some in-flight movie was actually playing The Force Awakens.
yeah, they're gonna do it on planes too. So they were having like a special version too, I think, where I think it was gonna have like effects or something. I don't know. I think it was gonna be like a 4D type deal.
Rumble seats.
Yeah, rumble seats and stuff.
Oh wow.
Do they have this on planes?
I don't know. It sounds.
I feel like that would
dangerous.
freak me out.
Yeah. Oh god.
Looking for the thing to pop down so you can put it over your mouth.
Well, which one are you gonna get, Kyle?
Right now I'm probably leaning towards Target. Who knows what the extra 20 minutes is? Or
Yeah.
it's not my favorite cover. I like
Yeah,
the
that-
cover with Kylo Ren and the Stormtrooper, kind of black and.
That one was
I
the
like
coolest
that.
cover. Yeah, Target probably has the worst cover out of all of them. But it's kind
Which
of
one had
weird.
the Kylo Ren?
Best Buy, I think, does. They have the Steelbook one.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the Target one.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the 20 minutes extra. It's probably going to be crap.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
probably
Star
like
Wars. Who
the
cares?
slideshow of the
All the
set designs or
Yeah.
whatever.
I know Best Buy always charges more for their Blu-rays too, which is kind of the downside. Walmart and Target will be like $19.99 or something. So
Oh, it'll probably be like $30.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? It's gonna be more than
because
$19.99.
it's got
No.
like a
it'll be
Blu-ray bonus feature.
You're
'cause
crazy.
Blu-ray
no.
disc
Usually,
and DVD.
usually the week when they come out, they do a special price, and then it usually
Okay, we'll
bumps
see
up to
about
$25.
this. We'll
Whatever,
see.
it's $10.
We'll see.
You're gonna buy it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not buying it.
It's just a matter of which one I want. So it's hard.
So, did
Well, I'll
he
be texting Jake. This movie is amazing.
Did the other
I'm not
ones
buying it until it's
come
$19.99.
with any more
In the
info?
$5 bin.
Basically, they'll all have the super deluxe edition Blu-ray will all have the same special features and stuff. It's just that the Target one will have
So the
one
Target
more.
one's the only one with extra
The
info.
extra 20 minutes.
yeah.
The other one, was like an extra trading disc or the steel book.
Yeah.
I think were the
The
selling points. of
Walmart
other two.
one is a little weird, just having BB-8 on the cover, because it's not like he's the main character of the
Yeah, it
movie.
makes
But
sense. It's the most kid friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
kids are gonna be like,
That's what
"Mommy,
kids are gonna want.
BB-8."
I want that.
It's
That's
true.
my kid voice.
Uh,
I want that, Mom. I want that.
Sounds like Mickey Mouse.
so, yeah, I don't know. I guess have a month to decide which version I want.
Yeah, I just want to see.
I don't know
wanna
what version they'll be selling on like Amazon and online. I wonder.
see. That's a good question.
I have to look
Did they
into
say
it.
that was all of them?
I don't know.
Or
There's-
that's
can't be
just
all
all
of
they announced?
It might just be all like the special variant ones covers. Otherwise, I think it might just have like the standard poster on the other covers.
Right.
So I don't know.
So what are the other deleted scenes?
There sounded a lot like kind of extended action scenes. There was like Finn when he first gets to Jakku. There was actually a deleted scene on Starkiller Base when they're going towards the base. They went on snow speeders from the Millennium Falcon to the base. So there was a little fight action scene there apparently. So just kind of little things like that. So
Cool.
I'm actually pretty excited to see the whole Millennium Falcon scene
With
Yeah.
Kylo
with
Ren.
Kylo. Because when you were talking about that, it was in the novelization. That was pretty.
Yeah, I
Seemed
think-
like it would add more to the.
To the death at the
to the
end.
death of Han, yeah.
Yeah,
That was a little something.
I think so too. Did they? Did you see it? They possibly have the scene where Unkar Plot might get his arm ripped off.
I didn't see because they basically they might because they said something on Takodana or something at Maz's place, so I don't know what that scene actually is. So
Be
Somebody's
interesting.
got to.
It'd be cool.
yeah, that would be cool. Get Chewbacca.
Canon, I guess.
Yeah.
He got his arm ripped off.
Yeah, Chewbacca do something cool.
I'm not
'cause
sure we're seeing
he was
it.
kind of getting hurt the whole movie.
Yeah, he kept getting his gun jacked by
Yeah.
Han Solo.
On, yeah.
Han Solo bogarting his gun.
Bowcaster.
All right. And along with The Force Awakens, StarWars.com released the actual recipe to make Rey's rising bread that she had at her place.
I'm so trying it. It probably tastes terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't
but
look particularly tasty.
We're probably gonna have to try
So
it.
where's our pre-prepared raised bread, Jake?
Hey.
We're supposed to
Just a Hawaiian roll.
maybe by next week we can have raised bread.
King Hawaiian.
Yeah, I have to look into it. And like earlier, a few months ago, they talked about it in an article on MakingStarWars.net. It basically took them 3 months to figure out this freaking bread, man.
I
Like,
cannot believe that.
such a small detail of this movie. They
Well,
took
it's
that
crazy.
long. Yeah.
Like,
Well, I can't believe they
Look,
did it at all.
Why would nobody have that knowledge before Star Wars? I mean,
well, I,
I
don't think
feel
they're
like
making
rising
money off of
bread
this
in
I know, but
knowledge.
she put just some
Yeah.
dust into some water, and then a roll appears.
well,
Yeah.
she didn't use the microwave like they said on
Yeah.
StarWars.com.
The
use a
recipe
microwave?
actually says a microwave.
Oh, I
so-
was thinking you just.
Oh, see.
Well, they
uh,
probably
But
You
even
didn't say that.
they
even
probably
still,
cut. They probably cut to that. They probably went microwaved it and then cut, and then you saw it rise. It was-
No.
even still though, if I can put some
'Cause it was an actual
dust,
thing.
I don't know why I'm calling it dust. If I can put some powder into water and then stick it in the microwave and have a roll pop out of that, that's pretty cool.
It was at least like probably like a heated pan or something, all preheated pan, and then
I don't know. We're gonna have to try it. So
I want to know
we're
what
trying.
is that. Does it have like a special ingredient that makes this possible? Is it even going to be edible
I don't
after
think
that?
It's edible. Like
What was
the
that?
real stuff, the microwavable stuff, like what they actually
We'll
use in
figure
the
it
movie.
out.
I don't think that would be edible.
Oh.
She chomped that sucker down though.
But
She
that
was
probably- that
licking
was probably, like, a
licking
different
she was
thing.
licking the plate.
That's probably a different piece of bread.
Yeah.
Whatever the omelet or whatever she was grilling.
Proportions.
Yeah, whatever that was.
Yeah, it was just kind of a weird, random thing in this movie. They went that much effort for just this tiny practical effect, which, I don't know, gave the movie a little more realism, I guess.
It was interesting.
I just still can't believe that nobody had figured that out before Star Wars came along.
I know they didn't ask any
We've been-
bakers or
We've
anything.
been rising bread for like thousands of years. I would
Yeah, it's
that
our
we
oldest
would
food.
be pretty good at it before
It's called
Disney
yeast.
gets into the mix.
It's called yeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's a super use.
That's
I
the
don't
magic
know.
powder.
I don't know. So then, outside of the practical effects, there were actually a lot of visual effects in The Force Awakens, way more than they made it sound initially. And like some of the stuff they did was just crazy. You hardly can even notice. So do you guys think that it was basically snubbed at the Oscars, didn't win any awards, not visual effects or anything? Do you guys think it deserved it at all, or do you think
I never pay attention to
Yeah.
those, nor did I see Ex Machina or whatever the hell you're
Ex
supposed to
Machina,
pronounce
I
it,
think
that one, or Mad
the guy
Max.
who plays Poe Dameron's actually in that movie, which is kind of funny.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Mad Max should have beat Star Wars on most of them. Like sound though, I think Star Wars could have competed, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they got snubbed because Mad Max is pretty incredible too.
Well, they didn't win it either.
I know, but the fact that that's the one, the fact that what Machina or
Machina.
Machina?
Yeah.
Has anyone in this room ever even seen
I
it?
haven't seen it.
How the crap does that
This
movie
is the first
beat?
time I've heard.
Yeah.
How does
It's
it-
that robot
'Cause-
that gained
Yeah, she's like a
sentience or
robot
whatever.
or something.
Yeah.
How does that beat
Yeah,
Mad Max
yeah.
and Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
Because yeah, on Star Wars Newsnet, they had an entire article basically, or
Oh, I read it.
comparing
It
like
pissed me off,
Ex
right?
Machina. They really didn't have
Anything.
that many visual effects. It's just
It
because
said-
it was a drama, basically.
It said something you have like 3 characters in a house.
Yeah.
What kind of visual effects do you have? Let's say like besides this woman who's
Like
half
a
robot.
or something, but it's
There's
like
no action.
yeah,
And like you watch Mad Max and there's crazy crap going on. Like the storm scene in Mad Max is just mind blowing. And then The Force Awakens, it was just beautiful. The way that they mixed CGI with the practical, it was just seamless.
so it is what it is, I guess. You
I
know,
haven't seen
I think the
either-
Oscars are just
either of the other two to
a load.
know.
A load of crap.
load of crap.
That's why I never pay attention.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah,
I
those
think that
things.
article, I think that made a good point that, you know, these are technical awards. Why are actors? I know. Why is a council of actors voting on who should win technical awards? It's dumb. It doesn't make sense.
Star Wars employs like the greatest people in that field, basically, to be part of Lucasfilm and stuff. So people from all over the world.
And they mentioned too there was some other award thing that it actually has a committee of people that work in the technical department, and The Force Awakens won.
Yeah, because people are like, yeah, it's crazy.
It's amazing. I mean, that's just what Lucasfilm does. They just they're on the cutting edge of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess ILM, Industrial Light and Magic's the actual visual effects company that goes with it, but. And then another part of The Force Awakens, J.J. Abrams kind of discusses Harrison Ford's reaction to like how he kind of talked to Harrison Ford about dying, basically, in this movie. So he basically says, quote, "He was very thoughtful about it, and he got it. He understood why it was so powerful, and I think part of it was because Harrison himself, Han the character, has so much ahead of him. Has so much life and fight and adventure that this was the time to do that thing. If we felt like the character was sort of at the end of his days, it would have been powerful. The thing that made it potentially meaningful wasn't just who does it and how it happened, but that it's a character that is so vital that is meeting his demise. I'll also say that Harrison's always said that he knew that Han needed to have his clear utility, and that's what he wanted to do. And that's why he argued back in the day that Han should die, and George Lucas didn't want to do it. And I don't know what his utility in that regard would have been, though I'm sure Harrison would have come up with a clever pitch for it. But in this case, there was such a clear utility. It's about bringing this new villain to the fore, and there's nothing I would think of that is more hideous than patricide. I don't know what that word is. Patricide?
Killing of the father.
Got it. Especially when it comes to Han Solo. Whatever that word is. End quote. So, what do you guys think about J.J. Abrams' thoughts pitching this basically to Harrison Ford?
I mean, it makes sense. At least he died in a way that made it more meaningful to actually try and connect with, you know, Kylo Ren as a character. It wasn't just done because Harrison was done kind of thing. I still hate it. Yeah. He's still my favorite character.
That was the purpose, you know. You got to feel some emotion from it.
Gotta accept it.
When it raises your hate for Kylo Ren,
it does, and
because
in that sense,
as a fan now, we all have to come to terms with we're not going to see Han Solo ever interact with Luke ever again. I mean, if they could do a flashback, maybe, but I don't see that happening. If, what's his face? If Lando comes into the picture, we're never going to see that. We're not going to see any more development of Leia and Han and where their relationship could go. And you're going to be like, well, why? Because Kylo Ren killed him, and I hate that stupid piece of crap. And you're supposed to. You're supposed to hate him, and it's great. And I think I didn't think of it that way, but exactly what JJ said. It's because he has more to do. And that's what makes it meaningful. If he was at the end, it wouldn't be as meaningful. Because you would just accept it. You're like, he's done everything he's supposed to. I'm okay with him going at this time, like I feel about Leia.
Right?
I'm like, I wish Leia would die because I've seen all I want to see of her.
It would have been such a difficult conversation, though, just to be like, "Hey, will you please come back for this movie, and then we're gonna kill you at the end."
He wanted to die already.
Yeah, he wanted to die already. He's probably like, "Hell yeah, I'll come back now."
What's the number on that check?
Yeah.
And it made me think, like, would the first trilogy have been even better if he had died?
I think they did it at the right time.
Yeah.
I think they did. That article also talked about, you know, him kind of having the redemption at the end of The Empire Strikes Back because he was finally sacrificing himself, and you know, his friends came back and sacrificed to rescue him.
Yeah.
I think now was a better use of his death. Even though I still hate it. Yeah.
So that would have been weird, because, he was originally supposed to just basically die instead of being carbon frozen in Empire Strikes Back. So that would have been a weird movie, Return of the Jedi. Because Because then they wouldn't have that entire opening of basically rescuing him and stuff. It would have been weird.
I like this story too because I think it shows that the directors they now have involved with Star Wars are more open to taking these ideas to the actors and saying, what do you think? Helping the actors buy into it. I don't think George Lucas excelled at that at all.
Well, that's because it was George Lucas's Star Wars, and now it's really, and it was more Harrison Ford's Star Wars than it was Abrams.
And I think that's why you see like Natalie Portman just not being very good in the prequels is probably because there was never any sort of conversation like that between her and George Lucas, where she got to understand who her character was and where she was coming from, and so that she could play it that way. And so I think I like it. I like that these directors have that sort of collaboration between themselves, between the actors, and it's just great. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan. It really is.
And it was a fairly ballsy move. Like, no other, like, major franchises just, like, kill off the most beloved character. It'd be like, I don't know, just basically, oh, Spider-Man's dead. Batman's dead, I guess.
I kind of wish Spider-Man would die. Maybe we could stop getting his movies over and over and over. I'm so tired of seeing Uncle Ben die.
Now they're making another one. Is he gonna have to die all over?
Oh my gosh! I read this thing. It's like, are they gonna show Spider-Man's backstory in Civil War? And I'm like, I swear if they do, I'm walking out of the theater for that moment. Now, that's when I'm gonna go to the bathroom. That's when I'm going to buy my popcorn.
You're still gonna see it in theaters.
Heck yeah, Civil War.
Yeah.
And especially
Captain America versus Iron Man.
Especially if at that point, like we haven't.
You seem like you really hate it.
We haven't gotten a Rogue One trailer. I'm definitely going to see Civil War.
Just to see the trailer.
The opportunity to see the trailer in theaters.
Sweet. So, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Cross my fingers.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool to see all this kind of like behind the scenes stuff that went into the Force Awakens that's being released now. Gives something to do while we kind of wait for the next movies.
I'm interested to see the documentary.
Yeah.
Because then, I mean, they basically said that it's going to be a documentary, right?
Well, basically special features. A whole other, movie.
Disc.
Yeah. Because that
you can fit a lot of data on a Blu Ray, right? So I mean, you fit a whole
like
bonus feature Blu Ray disc.
Yeah.
Give me a lot of stuff on that.
Because Star Wars probably has the best special features out of any movie. Like the Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. Those special features were actually amazing. Say what you will about the movies, but like they did an entire, basically hour-and-a-half documentary about the entire process of making the movie.
It's fascinating.
It was really cool.
It's just because we actually care.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies I don't give a shit what happened behind the scenes.
Oh, and I think about this. I think about this movie too. Like, I think I might actually sit through the whole movie with commentary. Like, I don't know if I've ever done that. I don't know if I've ever done that with a movie.
I've never done
but
it.
I think I might with this one. I might actually want to listen to
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams talk about.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why I've never wanted to do it with Star Wars. Sometimes I just can't stand hearing George Lucas talk. He's like,
Show, guys.
You're an idiot. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think I could listen to J.J. Abrams talk during the movie and say, oh, this is what we did here. This is what we were thinking there. And we'll see. I might not actually do that, but...
It'd be funny if they had...
Cool.
I bet you will.
I probably will, though.
It'd be awesome if they had Harrison Ford commentary. This is when I flew the damn piece of metal cardboard thing they had me in.
I actually didn't want to do this movie, but they paid me so much.
Yeah. It'd be awesome. That'd be the best.
Like his interview with who was the late night host that asked him what like how did you feel when you came down set, or when you put on your leather jacket, how did you feel? He's like, I got paid.
Yeah, he was
That's
on
all
like
he
Jimmy
said.
Kimmel or something.
He does funny stuff with Jimmy Kimmel.
Where did they touch you, doll?
Yeah, that's right. He brought out the action figure. That was good. So, all right, moving on to the final topic, fun thing of the show. If you were in a dark alley, what Star Wars character would you be most afraid of?
See, this is difficult because me as a normal person, or like me as a rebel soldier, or
You as a regular person, like if you were, say, in like just an alley behind here, and you saw some creepy thing in the dark,
See, besides the people and Mos Eisley, who would probably all kill me, as far as main character goes, I think it would be Kylo. Because I think that he's the only one unstable enough to kill me for no apparent reason. Like, I feel like the others, Boba Fett, you gotta pay him. Somebody would have to pay him to kill me. Vader, I don't think would give a shit. I think he's the only one unstable enough to just come unleashed on some random dude in an alley.
What do you think, Brennan?
Excuse me if I'm wrong. The Chancellor? The
Emperor,
Palpatine.
Emperor?
Yeah.
Lightning hands. Okay. Terrifying.
That's mine.
He's
that dude's
terrifying.
face and
Yeah.
just I think he's the one who would kill me for no reason. Like, just if I saw him or like looked at him wrong,
Yeah, he doesn't even have to do anything.
But he was so good at pretending to be a normal human being.
That's the
for
other
such a
thing
long
is like
time.
he
was part of a Senate.
He would be the
stupid.
He would be the one who would be like, "Here, come over here. I want to talk to you," and then he would choke me or something, And I just.
Is he driving an ice cream van?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got a piece of candy in his hand, and I'm kind of like, "Come here, little boy, have some candy." And then he would do something great. I don't know. He just scared me. He always scared me.
But wouldn't they? But I would probably have to say Bib Fortuna. He is Jabba's right-hand man in Return of the Jedi. He's like a Twi'lek. He's real slimy looking. He's got, all this crazy teeth, and his eyes are freaky.
But what would he do to you? He's got really long fingernails.
Yeah, he's just creepy. He answers the door at Jabba's palace to let the droids in and let Luke in, and he just looks terrifying as shit.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw him in a dark alley, I'd be like, I don't know what that guy's gonna do. I'm running.
The other one I thought of was Tarkin. Because that dude's got such high cheekbones. He looks like a fossil. I'd be like, oh man. Not that he could do anything to me, I don't think. Like, he might shoot me with a Death Star, but I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. So, Kyle's getting attacked by Finn the cat.
I think
Roll up the tablecloth or
Finn the cat might not be your...
Right?
You don't want to see Finn the cat in a dark alley in
I
Star
can't believe
Wars.
nobody said Darth Maul.
I thought about it, but
I would-
my
I mean,
second
here's the thing.
maybe.
A red
I would
and black
love-
tattooed face with horns on the head and a two-bladed lightsaber.
I would love to see
scary.
him though, even if
That's
he killed me.
But he's
I
not
would be for that.
creepy scary.
Can you autograph my corpse?
He's kind of mysterious, scary.
But he's not like dark alley scary. He can be like out in daylight and be scary. But
Oh, his face is pretty terrifying though,
yeah.
especially the hood. And he can be pretty scary, but I would just be so pumped.
Darth Maul!
I'd be like,
Show me your lightsaber!
Dude, show me your lightsaber even if you're gonna run me through. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That makes me sound suicidal, but
Suicidal for Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be scared of... If I saw Count Dooku, I'd be like, oh, he's just an old dude. He was never
He's a wizard.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wizard!
Yeah, wizard.
I always wondered about Count Dooku. And here's a question, and we probably have enough time to discuss this.
Yeah.
There's that scene in Attack of the Clones where he's captured Obi-Wan, and he proposes to him that he basically tells him that the Republic's being controlled by the Dark Lord of the Sith, and that he's found this out, and together we can destroy the Sith. Do you think he's being sincere there? Like, he actually wants to destroy... I mean, it's always kind of this thing, right, where the apprentice wants to destroy their master. Is that what it is? Or, like, does he...
That's the way I
I've always
thought of
wondered
it.
that.
Get help to become the Sith Lord.
Yeah.
See, obviously, I don't know.
He did train him, so...
Because I've always wondered, like, that could give him a whole new dimension. If he's literally trying to... He knows that the Republic is being controlled by this guy, and he's trying to overthrow him. To do something, to become the Emperor, or to give it back to the Republic, or I don't know.
Because, yeah, he was political in nature. He was a count,
And
so.
he was similar, I think, to Qui-Gon Jinn in some ways. I don't think Qui-Gon would ever have gone bad, but
Because he trained
maybe
Qui-Gon, so...
if Qui-Gon found out that the Republic was being controlled by a Sith Lord, and then the Jedi Council didn't listen, like they thought it was radical, I could see him like trying to do his own thing.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of one of those weird things, yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So that's if that's part of his character, I wouldn't mind meeting Count Dooku.
Yeah, because he always kind of seemed to be kind of not fully evil, like.
Yeah, because he chops off Anakin's arms, and then it seems like he has like remorse when he does it on screen.
He didn't get to last too long, though.
No, he didn't
really learn much about him.
No, you saw him in maybe 10 minutes total of all the movies.
Yeah, it's true.
I'd have to rewatch all of them
He's
to
an
really
interesting character.
remember.
Yeah, so kind of an odd choice for a villain, really. So
I'd kind of be terrified to run across a Wookiee.
a Wookiee, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they are very.
Especially in the dark.
They're very
you just see this
they're very-
hairy
I think
thing.
I'd be okay with that.
They're very touchy. I feel like I'd run into him and he would like just
Rip your arms off?
choke me and maybe rip off a limb.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't even handle losing a game.
I know. So who knows what they would be capable of?
I'd be okay with it.
You'd be okay with
Yeah,
seeing a
yeah.
Wookiee in the dark.
Maybe okay until it
I'd
ripped
try
your
to
arm
pet,
off.
try to pet him.
So who would you most want to run into in a dark alley?
Yeah.
In Star Wars, not.
Hayden Christensen.
I don't know. This came out of nowhere.
I don't know.
No, nothing.
I'd run towards Yoda.
I don't really want to run into anyone in a dark
Fine,
alley.
a light alley. The middle of the street.
Who would you like to run into at the supermarket?
There you go.
At your
Star
local
Wars
corner
supermarket.
of Coruscant.
I mean, yeah, like a Wookiee would be the coolest, actually.
More than an Ewok?
Yeah.
At your local cantina.
There
Yeah,
you go.
local cantina. Yeah. I'd have a drink with a Wookiee for sure.
Yeah.
I bet a Wookiee could drink a lot.
Yeah, he'd probably be the best drinking
Very
companion.
high tolerance.
Yeah.
Wookiees are kind of like the dwarves of the Star Wars universe.
Kind of, yeah. I'm just there for get
They're
stuff
very
done.
hairy and
Yeah.
So I don't know. Who would you want to see in a light alley?
Part of me wants to say Padme, but then part of me wants to say Han, because that would just be awesome. That'd be like a life.
I don't think I could stand any of the dialogue that came out of Padme's mouth.
Yeah.
Who said anything about dialogue?
Oh man, who would I want to meet?
Actually, I don't think I'd run into Yoda. He probably smells bad.
You don't think Yoda showers?
No, he lives on a swamp world.
Oh, that's the
feel like you
Yoda
would
you
just
want to
get
run into the
lectured.
Yoda that
I want to run into the puppet Yoda. Crazy old man. Doesn't know what a flashlight is.
Dagobah.
Yeah. Because he's just a crazy old man.
There are no alleys on Dagobah or cantinas.
No.
Who would you like to run into on a log?
Yeah, I guess that too.
Your local.
Otherwise, I would have a drink with Obi-Wan probably.
That's who I would say.
Yeah.
I've always
Go hang
wanted
out with
to.
Obi-Wan. He has some stories, some wisdom, but then he's like kind of a normal guy in ways. So
For sure. I'd love to meet Obi-Wan.
So do you guys have anything else to add to the show this week? Any Star Wars knowledge to drop?
Star Wars Rebels, the most recent episode, was insane.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's
So
very good.
No spoilers.
And I want to see spoilers.
won't just say anything.
It was just cool stuff.
Yeah, just Force heavy stuff I've been waiting for. So.
Yeah, if you watch the trailer, have you watched the trailer for 2.5?
No.
That's probably good. If you haven't watched it, it's probably good because it's got a lot of. I feel like it's got some spoilers in it,
A little bit, yeah.
but it's getting intense.
Getting intense. Gonna get good. The next episode is just gonna be about Chopper, though, apparently.
Yeah.
But then after that, it'll get going. The season finale will be an hour long, so. But
Twilight.
I
and The
generally
Apprentice.
don't like trailers for TV shows or for shows. You know.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
generally don't watch them either. I didn't even
Even
really
when
know
they
that. I didn't
come
really
on,
know they like existed.
I'm like, la 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 la.
Because, yeah, at
Seems
the end
like-
of episode,
Did
they,
they-
like, spoil the next one, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode, kind of thing.
And then you're like, oh, I guess they're alive. Because a lot of times it spoils stuff like
Or
that.
someone
I thought they were
dies
dead,
or
yeah.
starts to die.
thought they were
And you're
dead.
like,
Yeah. So, it is what it is. So, this was episode 7 of The Ways of the Force. Hope you guys liked it. Subscribe to the channel, like it, comment, do whatever you want. I can almost not talk.
Why did you...
I don't know what I was about to
we
say.
should call this episode "Tales of the Jedi Temple."
Tales of the
That's-
Jedi Temple.
That's about This title deserves to be on a podcast and nothing
Nothing
higher
else.
than that.
That is a good title. Maybe I'll do that. So,
The Order of the Tales of the Jedi Temple and the Darkside.
Someone's faking.
Perfect.
Someone's faking the title of Episode 8, and that's the
Yeah.
best they could
You
come
might-
up with. Tales of the Jedi Temple.
Might get clicks.
yeah.
It sounds like
Hopefully.
Clickbait.
something for DuckTales. DuckTales. Tales of the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
Spelled T-A.
Darkwing Duck. Tales of the Jedi Temple. Gargoyles. Tales of the Jedi Temple.
Hey, that was a good
I freaking
show.
love
That
Gargoyles,
was
but
a
I'm
great
saying,
show.
like, it's a kid's show.
All right, off on our end tangent. Close this thing out. I'm Jake the Wookiee. Get on our Facebook page. Post Star Wars stuff.
Jake Tha.
Jake Tha Wookiee. Follow me on Twitter at Jake Tha Wookiee. Got Kyle, No Daddy Issues Ren there. Logi-Wan Kenobi. BB-Brittany. This is The Ways of the Force. And may the Force be with you all.
Pew, pew.
Me.